Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, March 20th, and today we will cover the trades for YieldMax funds, TSLY, CONY, NVDY, Misty, AMZY, PLTY, and SMCY. Why the hell not, right? So, guess what? This is the new day where we only cover Misty in detail, and then we keep everything else, the other funds that I mentioned, at the holdings level. And I did add a little something, as far as what we're tracking on all the funds as well at the end. So anyway, let's get to it. First, let's get to Misty. What a day yesterday. Misty coverage will always be first now going forward. Misty, now this kind of like made my decision, final, right? And I knew it was final anyway, but this is why I can only cover Misty. Misty is a beast of its own. Would you look at the number of trades from yesterday? It's not only the number, it's how they're doing it, what they're doing. They're doing crazy things. It's not straightforward as what you would think. Like they sell a call. Well, they do a call credit spread. They close the call credit spread. They open a new one. No, it's not that simple. They're closing some of the sold call on one, and then some on the buy call on another, and then this, that, the other thing. Obviously, I highlighted a whole bunch of stuff that was for my own doing. There has nothing to do with what I'm going to explain today. I'm not even going to cover these individual trades here. I have to go to the sheet because it's just, such a complicated mess. So if you look, you don't see anything with a put. So that's, that kind of reminded me, okay, nothing on the synthetic. But we can see what the synthetics are doing. All right, let's go to Misty. All right, so here we go. Misty has a synthetic 330. This is the worst of the bunch, but guess what, man? MSTR catching up. Only 7.81% away from turning this one into a profit, And they still have 29 days, so this one has a chance of making money. Who would have thought? So let's go to the synthetic 250. Even better, right? We go here, 21% above the 250 price. So obviously this one is very profitable, and we could show you the numbers at the end when we get to the holdings. And then here's the 260, not as good as the 250, but still 17% above that one. Again, same expiration date, 29 days. All right, so now here's the mess. It is what it is. I'm trying to make it as easy to explain and visualize as possible. All right, so first let's zoom in. Let's see the price fluctuation here. So MSTR, what am I stepping on here? Something in my slipper. Slippers are way too old. Anyway, MSTR, they went up. Yeah, they did. They went up 7.43%. MSTY went up, but it was, limited. It went up 5.34%. So yes, we missed out on 2% of the upside, okay? Which, it sucks, but could be worse. For sure, it could be worse. Again, we will, as always, we will beat it on the way down, but on the way up, we will not keep up. And yesterday was an example of a big up day that, we weren't necessarily prepared for. So we kind of got, a little chopped off, right? Little bit, 2 point whatever, right? 2.09% lost in transition. But guess what, guys? We will make it up, all right? We'll make it up down the road. Let's see. Hopefully. Let's see. Let's zoom out. Again, I'm going to explain this to my best ability. Do I even want the freaking annual? You know what? I don't even care about the annualized anymore. I'm going to keep this. It doesn't even matter what they annualize anymore. That information is just so... It is what it is. All right, so yesterday, again, they closed out a whole bunch of shares. So I'm just going to go through them. So the 290s kind of blown through, right? Again, MSTR price, let's refresh, 304. However, today's Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. They have 2 trading days. So they closed the 290, and they paid a lot of money. Should they have? Probably, because I don't know. It just seems like the train is off, right? The train is starting to move, and it could be heading off. So it may continue in that direction. So this may have been a good move. Who the hell knows? But regardless, they closed it out early, and they took the loss. So overall, they paid out about 2 mil, and they lost in the end about right here 540,000 and 773,000. Okay. All right, so that's for that trade. I'm going to try to go down the line. And then we have this trade here, 3,296 contracts. This had a 295 strike. They paid 14.75 per share. The other side of it was the call credit spread. But that, again, the gaps are so wide. This is a 340, so that only paid 88 cents. I mean, they got their money's worth, right? They made 3 cents in the process, which is good to overall win the trade, right? You see here they made $9,000, $9,888. However, the damage was done here. They lost 3.2 million. So yeah, calls are getting blown through, and we are losing money, which is why obviously you see the cappage and that 2.09% lost upside. Here's 9 contracts, really irrelevant because it's too small. But let's move on here. So what's this? They got 7,175 contracts. They paid 17.67 to close the 292.50. So if you scroll over here, you can see the loss was 9 million. I didn't color code. I'll have to fix how I do that. Now I can finally focus on just one sheet and make it maybe hopefully better in the long run. Again, now that I know I'm covering one fund, it kind of opens up a little more time to focus on it, versus I used to have to update. Every time I made a change on one, I have to make it on all 4. Like, it was a freaking nightmare. All right, anyway, let's continue. Here's the 290. So again, they closed the 290 here. They lost money, obviously, but yeah, the call credit spread did make money on its own. But in the end, again, they lost around 1.5 million on that one. So let's continue. And here's another one, 290 blown through. Lost trade, okay. In the end, what they lose? About 2.7 million. So yeah, that kind of sucks. Now, they left the 325 alone. Probably because it does have a chance of winning. Again, 2 days till expiration date. So being that MSTR is at 304, 325 could still win. So those two are left alone. Here is a 335. They closed this one, but they actually won this trade. They only paid $1.02. So if in the end they, oh wait, hold on, did I read that wrong? Oh, duh. This was a buy call. So this was a call that they purchased at a 335. So they got a credit of 102. So no, they didn't make money. Damn it. Sorry, we're still losing money. We'll get there though. Let's continue. They left the 315, 305 open, and then you get down here, 5,914 contracts. This is a call credit spread, but you see they closed one. They called a sold call, but they left the buy call open. Why? I don't know. Again, this is the complication of the fund, but it is what it is. So they paid 1098 to close to 300. Again, why 1098? You look at the price of MSTR, 304 minus 300. That's $4, which is intrinsic, and then the rest will be extrinsic, which is essentially time value left over. But yeah, they lost the trade. That's all you need to know. They lost 3.5 million net. Which again, that's where the 2.09% loss on the upside happened. 302.50, they left that alone. Here's a 325 open, 320 open, 325 open. All right, so all these are open. We'll cover what's open at the end. Let's talk about these though. They remember the day before they opened, they essentially rolled down their buy calls. They had a higher price. And guess what? They opened it to a 317.50. And at the time, right, MSTR was at what price? 283. So they bought a call when MSTR was 283, and they bought a call for 317.50. MSTR the next day went up, right? Went up what? 7% to 304. So what does that mean? That means that this call becomes more valuable. Now, MSTR did not have to go above the strike price of 317.50 to become valuable. It just had to go up faster than the time value could expire. Now, it did. So you can see here, they actually made a quick profit on this decision. They obviously knew Jerome Powell was talking, and they probably took the risk of assuming the good news was going to happen. What happened yesterday? I don't even freaking know. Was it just Jerome Powell saying there's going to be I think he said 2 cuts in the future? I don't know. But again, I didn't really get to read the news yesterday, but here it is. So they made money on all of them. That's what matters. So win. They made 73,000 on one, 791,000 on another, 756,000 on another, 340,000 on another. So if they did not make that move, obviously they wouldn't have made all that money. So that at least offsets some of the damage. So I am appreciative of that. Now, again, yesterday was 319. So they did open a whole bunch of new positions, and they opened all of them into this week. And I'm not going to read through them here because, again, it's just easier to read on the holdings. So let me jump to the holdings real quick and explain that. It's funny. I posted this. I'm going to try to post this on the Twitter in the afternoon to give like an update, update on MSTY calls and see how they're doing. I posted it. People like, can you convert that to English, please? But I guess those people don't really watch the video. All right, anyway, let's go down the line. So everything expires Friday, right? So if we go here, you see the 3/21 expiration date. Everything expires Friday. I'm going to read them all. 23,821 contracts, 302.50 strike price, 0.57% in the money. 5,000 contracts, 305 strike price, 0.25% out of the money. Wait, did I say 305? Yes, I said 305 strike. 5,300 contracts, 315 strike price, 3.54% out of the money. 7,604 contracts, 320 strike price, 5.18% out of the money. And then 21,505 contracts, 325 strike price, 6.83% out of the money. Last but not least, 10,935 contracts, 330 strike price, 8.47% out of the money. So yeah, they closed out, like the 290s, for example, they closed them out and they moved the strike price up in the same week in hopes to, limit the damage and capture hopefully a little more upside today and Friday. So we'll see how that turns out. The pre-market, I believe, did look green, so hopefully things are on the up and up. Again, we don't want it to go up too fast because then we'll lose out on that upside potential. We already lost out on 2% yesterday, so we don't want to lose out on much more. All right, so that's the update there. Outstanding shares, I believe it went up a little. Oh, no, they went down, actually. They lost 25,000 outstanding shares, but really, who cares? The 30-day IV of MSTR is 84.98%. Outstanding shares, 107.1 mil. Total net income now, it's actually a loss. They have lost 9.6 million on the weeklies. But the good news is, my reaction is, the moon is in sight, right? Bitcoin is moving, MSTR is moving. So, it's been kind of a rough little patch, as we say. Although, MSTY, it did go under 20, but not that much. Like, it didn't get really that bad. And I know it could go back down today, tomorrow, whatever. But it just, right now, the moon is in sight. It's feeling pretty good. Pretty good day. Even though we got capped, it was a pretty good day. But you saw the numbers, man. It could be much worse. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on how yesterday went. Group D declares again in 20 days. Payment information. Well, unfortunately, they're not making money on the synthetic or the weeklies. If they cash out some of these synthetics, they could make money though. But right now they're kind of like in the middle, and right now there's no income anywhere. So we will just look at the IV. The IV being 85%. That payment would be about $1.39. So now if we go to Misty Holdings, the 330, I'm not going to sing Gold Digger on that because it's possible to beat, and we're going to beat it. So this little lady right here, you may think you're getting our money. I'm not believing it. We have what, 29 days, I think we said. So yeah, we ain't singing for you. No, no, no. No way, no how. We got you. We got you beat, bruh. Bruh. So check out this 250 and the 260. Positive. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Even the 330, man. Again, it depends on the number of outstanding contracts, of course. But yeah, man, the buy call is looking pretty handsome. Handsome boy. All right, anyway, let's go down to the bottom. The value of this fund is 2.2 bill. It's only a matter until they're a $3 billion fund, but the NAV is 21.33, trade price 21.30. Synthetic is worth 105 mil, so that's 99 cents per share. That's right, I said the synthetic is worth money, so you're welcome. It is. Congratulations, we did it. We turned positive. Again, hopefully we could beat that 330. We'll see, man. If MSTR is positive today, I don't know. We'll see. Looks good so far. All right, so that's Misty. I know I went into maybe a little more detail, but I feel like I have a little more time since I'm covering TSLY at a lower level. All right, so let's get out of here. That was the Misty coverage, and now we go back up to the top, and let's see who I had trades. TSLY, NVDY. Yeah, so TSLY, NVDY, Misty. SMCY. Yes, we're covering SMCY. So give me a like button and a share for that one, please, if you don't mind, while you're waiting. Anyway, TSLY, I will cover first of the bunch. So what did TSLY do? Sell, call, buy to close, put. So they closed out some of their 355 synthetic, right? And they closed out one of their calls for the week, 252. But at least it looks like they won that one. They lost on the synthetic because the synthetic is very far away. But yeah, they closed out some of that. It's weird to cover TSLY this way. But yeah, they closed out forced closure on the weekly. So let's go take a look at the holdings file. The TSLY files, as they say. All right, so how did Tesla do yesterday? Tesla had a really good day. Tesla went up 4.47%. And guess what? TSLY captured 4.26%. So good job, TSLY. That's 95% upside capture, right? That's pretty damn solid. Now, if we look at the 7-day movement, Tesla has gone down 5.19%. So TSLY has only gone down 2.8%. So that, again, very, very, it's awesome. You know, it's beating it. Well, it's not beating the 1 day, but it's beating it on the 7-day, which is pretty good. Now, overall, let's look at the put, the synthetics. How we doing? Well, Tesla's priced at 235. They have a 220, and they're kind of whooping ass on that. But they also have a Tesla synthetic 355. Now you can see this expires 417. Let's see how much is the dude worth. The dude is only worth $649,000. The girl wants $132 million. So, you know, it is what it is. But you take my money when I'm in need. Yeah, she's a trifling friend indeed. Oh, she's a gold digger. Way over time. That day gonna be. Hear me now. I ain't saying she a gold digger. I'm in need. But she ain't messing with no broke. All right. Anyway, for real, she ain't messing with no broke. I mean, she wants a lot of money, man. Tesla, I mean, I don't think Tesla can do it. 355 by 417, man. That's a gold digger. That gold digger is getting our money. What can you say? All right, so now we got to look at the holdings. Let's do it, baby. Yeah, baby. All right, let's zoom out a little. We got a lot of information here. Again, bear with me. This is the first time covering Tesla this way. I think you guys will enjoy the new coverage. Again, just a one little tweak with some benefits. All right, everything expires 3/21, which is tomorrow. All right, so what do we got? Should we read these off? 6,000 contracts this is the lowest, obviously, lowest strike, 240 strike, 1.76% out of the money. Is that safe? No, definitely not. 800 contracts, 247.50 strike price, 4.94% out of the money. So at least the second strike is almost 5% out of the money. And then down the line, we have 7% out of the money, 8% out of the money, 9% out of the money, and 11% out of the money. So our strikes vary from 240 to 262.50. Tesla is at 235. So we are probably going to lose a couple of these, right? It's just a matter, I don't know. Again, Tesla, we know Tesla, man. It could go right back down. So, but I think pre-market was also green on Tesla. So who knows, man? Who knows? It's crazy. It's crazy. Why is there some of the formatting is all screwed up too? But either way, TSLY fund is worth 835 mil. How do I have to freaking pee again? 835 mil. The NAV is 774. The trade price is 821. Should I start peeing during the video? Would that be a turnoff? All right, anyway. So look at this. It dropped 47 cents. Well, what do you think that is? Duh. Ex-dividend date, of course. Cash is negative. It must be ex-dividend date, right? So cash comes out of the holdings, which decreases the total net asset value of the overall fund, down to 774. Yesterday's close price was 821. So obviously the gap difference would be the drop in the ex-dividend date. Okay? Makes sense? Great. But yeah, they did pay a little less than what they made, right? They made about 50 something cents, and I think 57 cents. So they really held back 10 cents. That's pretty good. All right, so synthetic bailout is in the negative still, so that's okay. They're gonna flip it, I think. But look at that beauty. Oh man, that's a beauty. Tesla IV 70%. You know what that means for TSLY? Oh yeah, 140%. Don't sing it, bring it. I know I'm getting destroyed on those shares still. My cost base is you don't even want to know. Anyway, Group A. Oh yeah, the IV estimate is 44 cents. Group A declares 27 days because they just declared. What do you want? All right, so I think Nvidia had a trade. So let's go back. We're gonna go in order. This is gonna be the same order, so you guys don't have to worry about me flipping around. You don't have to worry about timestamps. You'll have an idea of where everything goes. Let me turn down the heater. Not that that's going to help my full bladder. But here we go. By the close, they're closing at 128. That's easy, right? Stock price 117. Beautiful, 9 cents. That's a win. So what are they doing? Well, they're opening the new trade for next week. Is that too soon? I don't know, man. Let's see. They're doing it 123, 4%. That's not much. All right, what else did they close? And they're closed on 128 here as well. Paid 9 cents. Great, they won. And then this one's even lower, 122. Oof, yeah, too tight, Nvidia. But let's go. Lego. All right, so how did Nvidia do yesterday? How'd you do? Well, Nvidia went up 1.78%. Hey, I'll take it. Nvidia went up 1.69%. Hey, not bad. 94% capture. Let's compare this 7-day movement. Nvidia over the past 7 days has gone up 1.51%. Nvidia has captured 1.34%. 88% upside. Not bad. Not bad at all. It could be better, of course. All right, they have synthetics too. They all expire 4/17. They got a 110, a 115, a 130. All right, Nvidia's at 117, so we'll just call that, we'll see. We'll just call that the we'll see. All right, the reason I highlight red is typically when they start to open positions. They're already jumping into the next week. So we still want to focus on this week, though. We don't want to think about next week because why? Why bother? A lot can happen. So now let's focus on this week's trades. Let's see if I can get on one screen. I can. All right, 25, where are we at? 25,000. Not actually, I don't need to. I keep forgetting that I don't need that stupid, that view. All right, 25,900 contracts, 122 strike price, 3.81% out of the money. Not bad. 15,000 contract, that's the lowest strike. 15,000 contracts, 124 strike, 5.51% out of the money. And then 47,393 contracts, 126 strike price, 7.22% out of the money. So for the strike prices remaining for this week, 3 to 7% out of the money. Again, that's not necessarily safe, but it's not that terrible either. Next week's are 3 to 4% of the money. again, not that great, but we won't talk about that any further. All right, so the value of this fund is 1.3 bill. The NAV is 1720. The trade price 1718. So it looks like they are slowly recovering. The synthetic value overall, it's in the negative, unfortunately, but that could flip positive soon. 30-day IV of Nvidia is 46.77%. IV estimate is 62 cents. Group B declares on March 26th, which is 6 days away. Woohoo! All right, up next is AMZY. I don't think they had a trade, but we will confirm, right? They would be up next. We see Phoebe, Nefli. Yeah, I think the next one was SMCY. Okay, so the only other one that had a trade that we cover now. Yes, we cover SMCY. Now, yes, we do. Yes, we do. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyone watch Moana 2? I did. Yes, I did. Well, kind of, with in and out, pausing. I don't know. The kids like it, right? I think, maybe. I don't know. All right, Amazon went up 1.39%. Okay, I like it. We like slow days. Slow upside. AMZY captured 1.11%. They could have done better. So they only captured 79%. 7-day movement overall, Amazon is down. Keep in mind, yeah, AMZY just had ex-dividend date within this time frame, so it's really not fair to compare. But the numbers are Amazon went down 1.71%, AMZY went down 3.32%. Okay. Let's take a look at the synthetic. AMZY has a 235 synthetic. Amazon is at 195, so that's a really tough position to be in. I would sing Gold Digger, but this fund is so small, it's not even worth it. So yeah, plus I already sang. So, you get one song per day. That's the rule. That's the rule, all right? I can't chase too many people away. I've lost a lot of subscribers due to singing. But yeah, can't stop now, right? Anyway, it's free karaoke. What do you want? Yeah. All right, so anyway, 12,975 contracts, 202.50 strike price, 3.56% out of the money. Wow. Okay. Now, that's surprising because there's still 3.56% out of the money, and they only captured 79% of that upside yesterday. See, sometimes things still confuse me. I would have thought you at least capture 90% upside on that. Whatever, man. All right, the value of the fund is 255 mil. The NAV is 1628, and the trade price is 1627. Synthetic value is in the negative. We know that. All right, 30-day IV of Amazon is 31%. IV estimate on that for AMZY is 39 cents. Their Group D, they declare in April 9th. Okay? Happy? Okay, what's up, Cone? What's up, Conehead? Conehead, the best movie ever, right? What did you do to your cone? Yeah. All right, coin yesterday, it went up. Oh my God, it went up 4.54%. Now, this is how you capture. CONY captured 4.02%. Pretty good, 88%. Now, within the 7-day movement, let's see how this did. Coin went down 1.04%, and CONY went down only 0.59%. So CONY beat Coin on the 7-day. Good. All right, so their synthetics for CONY, they expire May 16th. They have a 185 and a 220. The 185 is good because Coin is at 189. The 220 is not so good, but they're 15% away. There is possibility that they can catch up to that. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. See, I make up my own music too. Anyway, what do we got here? 300 contracts, small, very small position. 192.50 strike, 1.45% out of the money. That's not the focus. The focus is this one. 36,550 contracts, 195 strike, 2.77% out of the money. Oof, that doesn't look to be safe. But at least we have this one too. 12,480 contracts, 202.50 strike price, 6.72% out of the money. So 1 to 6% out of the money. I have a feeling we're going to lose those trades. The value of the fund is approaching $1 billion. That's right, $1 billion. But until then, what are they? They are a low sir. Yeah, they are. 934 mil. The NAV is 846. Trade price, same thing. Synthetic ain't worth a damn. And 30-day IV of coin is 69%. IV estimate, 45 cents. Group C declares in 13 days. 13 days on April 2nd. All right. Up next, welcome newcomer, SMCY. All right. I may have screwed up something. I don't know. Again, this is the first time I'm talking about SMCY to this level. And why is it before PLTY? Well, because it's going to come before PLTY on the trades because they launch first. That's why. All right. By the closed call, 13 cents. Great. All right. What does that mean? They won their trade, right? Stock price 40, strike price 44. So yeah, they paid 13 cents. They won that trade. Now they sold a call here, 96 cents. That was the credit. What'd they choose? 43 strike price, 7% of the money, but that's for next week. All right. But we'll take a look at all that. All right, there we go. The long-awaited moment. All right, you SMCI nerds, you SMCY degenerates, hit the damn like button. You wanted this, you got it. All right, just for you. But now, don't be asking for any more funds. You know, unless something spectacular comes along and we have to drop AMZY, that would be the only way. But for now, this is it, brothers. This is it, sisters. Right? All you out there, I know. But anyway, what do we got here? SMCI, it went up 5.49% yesterday. That's a big day for them. SMCY captured 5.11%. Hey, that's a good start, SMCY. You come to the channel and you captured 93%. Hey, you're okay in my book. I don't care about your audit. All right, 7-day movement. SMCI went down 5.91%. SMCY went down 10, but again, this is they're part of Group D, so they had the ex-dividend date within those 7 days, so we really can't count that. All right, let's take a look at their synthetic. They have a 4/17 expiration. That's okay. $57 strike price. What? Good Lord, that's a lot of money. All right, so SMCI is at $40. $40. Okay, $40. That's a big. Oh my God, they're 42% away. I mean, I gotta do it. You take my money when I'm in need. I mean, that's all I'll do. But dude, 42% away from their synthetic. SMCI, man, not cool, bro. Not cool. Like, they are broke losers. But hey, let's see if we're winning our trades at least. Maybe we are. There we go. You ready? Are you ready? All right. They're selling calls. These calls I'm reading through expire this week. 2,000 contracts, 43 strike price, 7.23% of the money. Check. 1,000 contracts, 44 strike price, 9.73% of the money. Check. 12,000 contracts, 44.50 strike price, 10.97% out of the money. Check. All right, 7 to 10% out of the money. That's not bad. However, their synthetic is so disgusting. All right, let's look at the money differential. So the girl wants 47.8 mil. The dude has 1 mil. That's how embarrassing that is. Anyway, the value of the SMCY fund, what shall we call it? SMCY? SMCY? Super microcomputer yield? I don't know. Anyway, the NAV is 23.70. The trade price is 23.67. Before you think this is a good price, keep in mind this fund did launch at $50. All right. The underlying had some rough times, but some may say there is deep value. I don't know. I just see IV and I'm like, ding, ding. Look at that IV, man. Oof, that's a beauty, isn't it? SMCI IV, 87%. Welcome, high IV. Yeah. All right, IV estimate for SMCY, 159. Group D declares again in 20 days. Yay. All right, last but not least, PLTY. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, Palantir went up 2.57% yesterday. PLTY went up 2.5%. That's how you do it. 97% capture. Sweet. 7-day movement, Palantir went up 2.85%. PLTY went up 4.37%. That's right, baby. Yo, PLTY, this fund, kicking ass. Kicking the underlying's ass. well, you must invest in the underlying. It can't beat the underlying. Oh, yeah, buddy? It just did. It just did. Sorry, guys. I'm losing a little. But this is all, new coverage. So I'm getting excited, Anyway, the PLTY Palantir synthetic strike price of $80. What do you think? Is it good? Yes, it is. Palantir's at 86. So, hell yeah. All right, so what do they got for trades? Everything expires Friday. So that's easy. All right, here it is on the visual. Are you ready? 9,147 contracts, 89 strike price, 3.37% of the money. Eek. Close, but hey, we're still winning. 520 contracts, 90 strike price, 4.53% of the money. 5,620 contracts, 91 strike price, 5.69% out of the money. Out of the money. Out of the money. Out of the money. Hey, 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 hey. Out of the money. Out of the money. Out of the money. Hey, 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 hey. All right, so we'll see if that keeps up. Now, yeah, there's all. Sorry, I'm thinking ahead here. But the value of this fund is only 132 mil. The NAV is 6306. Trade price 6317. So that's 132. This is what? 113. So PLTY is actually bigger than SMCY already. So that just shows you that PLTY is big time. All right, the synthetic value, man, 10.2 million. It's worth $4.87 per share. That's freaking nuts. All right, 30-day IV of Palantir is 67.45%. IV estimate 328. Group B declares in 6 days. 6 days, 6 days, 6 days, 6 days, 6 days. Yeah, 326. Anyway, I wanted to show you something. I'm going to start adding all the trades here and just copy paste special. And then I'm going to try to do, I'm probably not going to do it by date now that I'm thinking about this. I'm probably just going to do an as at total. That way I could try to capture the outstanding shares, the as at outstanding shares, and then show you how much they're making per share. So right now, again, anything you see negative is making a profit. So yesterday, this is just Group A, by the way, and the reason I'm only doing Group A is they just declared, right? So since they just declared, I'm going to count this income into the next 4-week cycle. So this is now going to track the next 4 weeks of income, day in and day out. Hopefully I can keep up with it. Again, it's a copy paste special thing. And then when Group B declares, I'll add them below, and then so on and so forth. Hopefully that makes sense. So what the heck was I going to say? So yeah, right now only OARC is making money. Everything else is losing money. But in the end, again, this is going to help us give a guesstimate because now we have the actual income. So this was the addition I was talking about. So hopefully you guys do appreciate this. I know right now it's just so minimal at this point, and not all the Group A funds had trades. Obviously, you see TSLY yesterday lost 21.7 million. So, I don't know if you guys are going to care if I keep it at the total level as at total. I think it should be fine though. But yeah, let me know what you think of this edition. If you enjoy it, if you like it a lot. All right, so that's it. That's a lot, man. That we covered a lot. So I apologize for the long video. But again, first time, we're all excited. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Let's go to the pre-market and see what that looks like. Do I have? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did I pull up Safari? All right, so what time is it now? What? It's red? I thought Tesla was green. All right, guess not. Right now it's 5:42 a.m. I'm actually making pretty good time. Tesla is down pre-market. It's down 0.12% to 35.50. So of course TSLY will be down. It's down 0.47%, 771. Oh wait, duh. Well, no, TSLY's going to be down because X date, right? Nvidia is up 0.75%, 118.40. NVDY is up 0.99%, 1735. Coin is up 0.73%, 191.14. CONY's up 0.95%, 854. MSTR is up. Not a lot though. It's only up 0.99%, 307.29. Misty is up 1.08%. Is at 21.53. All right. TSLY is up. I think I sold a call. I only have one call on TSLY, so I was hoping Tesla would continue to go up so I could sell calls on my 900 shares. Anyway, they're down 0.37%, 811. TNA is up I have 2 calls expiring tomorrow at 35. It's getting close. It's getting close. We'll see. We will see. All right. They're up 0.12% at 32.75. AMZY is up 0.74%, 16.39. Bitcoin, hello Bitcoin, how are you? Bitcoin is up 0.64%, 86,012. BitX is up 1.2%, 39.63. Suxel is up 0.34%, 20.45. SMCI is up 0.32%, 40.18. SMCY is not updated, 23.67. Palantir is up 1.72%, 87.58. And then PLTY is down 0.89%, 62.61. Wait, so PLTY's down and Palantir is up. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal. Again, this is pre-market, so I'm not going to care too much here. But yeah, we made it to the end. So as always, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. So hopefully you had fun. Hopefully you're entertained. If not, come back tomorrow and I will do my best. I did a couple videos yesterday. I was off work yesterday. I went live. For those of you that were able to join, thank you very much. I did a live video where I talked about, I actually plugged in the payment information for the distributions on Group A. I did that live reaction, answered some, well, there wasn't many questions, but there was, a decent turnout. Obviously, it was unexpected live, unplanned live, but it was a good time. I also did a live trading video, but that was for the ROD Wolfpack. So if you're in the ROD Wolfpack, go check it out. If you want to be in the ROD Wolfpack, feel free to join. If not, again, I understand. Yeah, but it's just a way for me to, these are the people that are taking the extra mile to support the channel. So again, I have to do something a little extra for them, and assuming that's what they want. I don't know, they'll have to tell me. You tell me. All right, what else? That's it. That's all she wrote. Anyway, guys, if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, please, pretty please, with sugar on top. And if you have any questions or concerns, leave them down in the comments below, and we will get to it. For real. All right, outside of that, I'm done. So we're going to get to the keyword. It's keyword time. So if you made it this far in the video and you want to prove it, you got to say the freaking keyword. You got to type whatever the keyword is, you got to type in the comments. And that way, me and others know you made it. You made it. Because it's not easy to make it through an ROD video. I know, man. There's some weird noises. There's singing. There's crying. There's complaining. It's just it's a rough time. But if you did make it to the end of the video, you got to type in the keyword. And today's keyword is none other than welcome, SMCY. Welcome to the club. So SMCY is now part of the daily holdings videos. So I just wanted to say officially, welcome, SMCY. Hopefully this, satisfies some of the people who've been asking People have been asking for this fund for quite some time, but now that I kind of lowered TSLY to the lower level, which hopefully TSLY holders are still satisfied with the coverage. If not, I apologize. Again, it is what it is. It's a really, the only one I'm going to do is Misty. We knew this all along. I told you guys this kind of months in advance. But again, I think the other coverage will be okay, especially since I added the as at trading value tab. But you guys can let me know what you think, your thoughts on everything. Are you happy with SMCY edition? Do you care that we move TSLY to the different coverage? You can let me know down below in the comments. But anyway, the keyword, like we said, is welcome, SMCY. So that being said, you can type that down below. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to add them after. And I just want to say to everyone who has been watching, or all the new subscribers, all the new listeners. Oh yeah, I guess if you're new, I should tell you to subscribe. I never do that, but the only reason that would help you is you can hit notification bell and then be reminded when a new video comes out. Okay. The point I was getting to is thank you for watching and have a good day. Oh yeah, and guess what? I will see you tomorrow, tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. It's only a day